April is National Social Security Month. And last week I was thinking about this video and I was out on a hike and I'm like, I don't know what to say. So I shot a short video asking you out there in Disability Digest land what information would be helpful for me to communicate to you in recognition of this National Social Security Month. And your response was, I would like to know if I qualify, how to get approved, how to keep my benefits. So that's what I'm going to share with you. So I appreciate your contributions. If you are new here, my name is Brian Terrian. I have been advocating for individuals that are sick or injured and cannot work for almost 2 decades with the focus of helping you get your benefits approved, keeping them, and maximizing them. Hope you enjoy this information. What I'm going to cover is like a beginner's guide, like what is the Social Security Disability program, who qualifies for it, like how much could you get, right? That's another good one. And common reasons why people don't get approved and how to improve your chances, like, and what to do if you get denied. So that's what I have in store for you in this video. So first of all, what is Social Security Disability? Social Security Disability is part of the payroll tax program. When you work and you pay your taxes, you do need to pay your taxes. A percentage of that goes into the Social Security fund. If you are sick or injured and cannot work, and you have a condition that's going to last longer than 12 months and preventing you from doing any work if you're under 50, or possibly the type of work that you've done if you're over 50, you could qualify for your disability benefits. So that's the general criteria. So if you haven't worked and paid taxes, or if you've been out of work for more than 5 years, your check is no longer available to you, unfortunately. So beware, or if you know somebody that maybe has been out of work for 4 years, it's like, hey, you might want to watch this, okay? Who qualifies? So the qualification criteria is quite in depth, but the general criteria is you have a condition or conditions that are diagnosed, treated by a doctor. And those conditions, despite the treatment, have limitations that have been put on you that prevent you from being able to, as I mentioned earlier, doing any job if you're under 50, or your type of work if you're over 50. So that's the general criteria. If you don't have all your conditions diagnosed, or if you're not in treatment, or your limitations aren't severe enough, or you're not able to prove any of those general items, then that's where you run into problems. And I'm going to share more about that in a minute. All right, so the next thing is what are your benefits worth? And it's based on the amount of money that you have made and paid taxes on. So the higher your income, the higher your check. The average check that we see is around $1,500 a month, and it can go up to $3,600 and something dollars. And you might be saying, oh my God, that's it? So, but if you look at it, this program is designed for people that cannot work. And if you look at it this way, the average benefit package is worth around $47,000 over the lifetime. So yeah, it's not what you were used to earning, but the concept is it will provide you with some financial stability, hopefully, and you'll have access to Medicare, which in my opinion is a really good insurance program. So that's it. To find out your exact check amount, go to your online Social Security account, log in, and it will show you lots of information. If you're not able to log in, then you need to contact Social Security directly. Or if you're a member here at the Disability Digest, you can contact us for directions on how to get into your online account. But it really is on you to find out your check amount. All right, this part I'm sure you've been waiting for. Why do people get denied? So here's the harsh reality. In last year, 2024, there were 1.9 million people that applied for disability. That's a lot of people. And there are about 600,000 approvals. And so, there's a lot of people that don't get approved. And some of the key reasons are they don't have the right medical evidence. And it may be that they're going to the doctors, but what they're doing when they're going to the doctors is not helping them to get approved. So in the work that we do here, we actually coach you in our online live events and through your membership that you learn more about at the end, like what it is you need to do in each and every doctor's visit to communicate your limitations so that those are in your medical records and they can help you get the benefits that you deserve. Sometimes people are working going through the approval process, and Social Security regulations allow you to work and earn some money going through the process, but it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, you're trying to prove that you cannot work, but yet you're working. So it opens up, an opportunity for them to say, hey, if you had a different treatment, if you were going to pain management, or if you were taking this medication, or whatever the situation is. So you have to be careful with the work. When you're approved, you can work every month, stay below the allowed amount. That's a whole different deal, which I think is great. But getting approved, that can be a problem for you. A lot of people, frankly, they're listening to their brother-in-law who says, just go ahead and apply, give it a shot. And if you get denied, then find somebody to help you out. Oh my God, whoever started that rumor out there is it's just been so detrimental to so many disability applicants. It's really best to do it. It is best to do it right the first time. I'm not saying that you're going to get approved in the first time, but it has a good, clean application that if your case ends up going to court, it's it prevents the well, why did you say this when you first applied? It's because you didn't know any better and you listened to your brother-in-law. So don't do that. How to improve your chances? A few tips for you. Consistent medical treatment. Get the right evidence in your file. And the right evidence, as I mentioned earlier, is your limitations, but there's other third-party evidence that you can get. You can get documentation from your doctors called residual functional capacity reports that give an opinion on what your limitations are and if you can work. They're super valuable. Where you used to work, other people that you know. This is all evidence. You can put video evidence in your file actually showing you, trying to do something or your inability to do something. Understand the process. And at the Disability Digest, we show you how you can do this all on your own with a course, and thousands have done it. But if you look at that course and you say, I don't think I can do that, it's probably a good idea for you to explore other options and seek representation. That's our position. This really doesn't matter how you do it, whether you want to do it on your own or whether you want to use a representative. It's just you need to do it right. There's just no other way. If you look at the numbers and you got 1.9 million people applying, you've got some guessing and some doing it right. Who's going to get approved? That's just my opinion based on almost 2 decades of doing this stuff. So the statistics are this. The statistics is 36% of the initial applications get approved. So your brother-in-law that you may have listened to that said, everybody gets denied, well, once again, he's not right. 36% is not 100%, but it's still a solid amount and a good opportunity to do that. Now, if you do it right, then your odds are going to go up significantly, and I know that because the disability approval course that we have is the same general framework that we use on our case representation team to get individuals approved. And our initial approval rate is substantially higher than 36%. I don't share it in videos. You can ask an advocate when you come here, but that's my response to that. If you do get denied at the initial application and you cannot work, encourage you to listen up, stay in the game, keep fighting. Could just be somebody reviewed your application, they missed it. There's a lot of new staff at Social Security. They don't get things right the first time. Just stay in the game if you cannot work. That's the key. And then you'll file a reconsideration appeal in all except 10 states. And if that doesn't get approved, which has a low approval percentage, then your case will go to a hearing in front of a judge which is where the highest percentage of cases actually get approved. So that's the general flow of the disability approval process. Here's one last thing for individuals that are out there. If you cannot work, that's what this program is for. You have paid taxes. It's your Social Security, and you can get this early. You can apply for your disability benefits anytime between the age of 18 and 65. So, and especially if you're like in the 62 range and you're thinking about it, this would give you your full Social Security amount as a disability recipient rather than taking a reduced amount at age 62. All things to consider. Here's how we can help you. Thank you for watching the video. If you watched it all the way through, grateful for that. And you can watch all the videos on our YouTube channel. It's like 2,000 of them. The best way we can help you is as a member. It's just, first of all, there's no charge for it. And why I say that is when you complete your profile as a member here at the Disability Digest, then it helps us understand where you're at. Maybe you're trying to get approved and you would go into our disability approval course, or you've already been approved and you go into like the post-approval award segment. And then we have very specific information for the step that you're at with the conditions that you have to help you get approved. No charge for your membership. There's no charge for the course. Most of you will be assigned an advocate that you can reach out to if you have questions that can help you understand how to use the course on your own, or if you decide that you want to explore representation, that's a conversation that we can have with you as well. So, in closing, I hope this has been an adequate National Social Security media piece to celebrate this event. Would love to hear from you in the comments, something you have add, something that maybe we missed or you'd like to learn more about. As always, I encourage you to have a great day. Thank you.